Okay, how to make face number 2 in Graphic Designer. Face number 2 is very similar to face number 1. So if you did that, a lot of this will be familiar. Starting with a rounded rectangle. Slide the corner slider over to the right. And choose a skin color. Next, let's give her some eyes. Hold Alt as you drag over a copy to the other side. And the nose can be made with 2 ellipses as well. In a slightly darker brown. If I click the eyedropper, I can pick up the skin tone and then find something just a little darker that will show up against the skin tone. You can drag the second nostril over by holding Alt and dragging it to the right. Okay, now the mouth on this one, I did a little differently. It's a much more rounded mouth with a lip that has a little dip in the middle on the top. And I'll show you how I did that. I started by making a big circle. And filling it with red, or some version of it. And then I made a rectangle to cut it in half. So selecting both the rectangle and the circle by holding Shift and selecting the second object, I'm going to use this compound shape tool, Subtract. And then I'm just left with this bottom lip shape. I'm going to hold down Alt and drag off a copy. Hold down Alt and drag a copy off to the side again, so it overlaps. And select both of those and flip vertical so it turns upside down. Now I can start to play with this shape, making it smaller. And same with the bottom shape. I want to make the 2 line up. And I can change the shape somewhat, make this lip a little bit smaller. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's group those 3 by selecting them all and then grouping. Group items button. I also put a small rectangle in the center of her mouth where it opens. You'll have to zoom in real close to do that. And just make that in a slightly darker color. And round the corners. Okay, to make her glasses, we just draw an ellipse in a circle by holding down Shift right around the eye. Clear away the fill by clicking the garbage can, and adding a border by clicking the plus sign and changing the 1 to a 10. Let's choose the blue and position that where we want it. Yeah. Okay. Let's make a little reflection in the glasses. With a white rectangle. Rotate it. Push it up to the upper left. Push it in so that the corners don't show. And let's make that completely white. And push it behind by clicking the Send Element Backward button, or going to Modify, Arrange, Send Backwards. We can also lower the opacity on that a little if you want to. And then select the reflection and the ellipse of the glasses. And if you hold down Alt, you can drag over a copy that's exactly the same. Center it around the eye. Align it with the other side. And then you make the crossbar, the nose bridge of the glasses, with the rectangle tool. Let's make some ears with ellipses. Hold down Alt and drag a copy to the other side. And this one had earrings, but we'll get back to that later. Let's start with the hair now. I use a rounded rectangle for the back of the hair. You can make it whatever color you want. I thought it would be fun to make it pink. Let's move the corners a little more around. And send to back. Let's do it with the Modify menu. Modify, Arrange, Send to back. And we can make adjustments to the size. and we can copy it and paste it and bring it forward with the move to front, bring element forward button. I'm going to click it a couple times until I see it's come forward. Now I'm going to make this one a little bit more rounded, and I'm going to change the size, make it a little bit less wide and push it up and to the left. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to make 2 more rectangles for the sides of her hair. I'm going to round the corners on that and move it back. I'm going to send it all the way to the back by modify, arrange, send to back. And it will be behind the face. Then I'm going to hold Alt and drag a copy over to the other side. Okay, looks good. Now we just need to do the earrings, which are little ellipses in whatever color you want. I'm going to hold Shift so they're perfectly round and change the fill to matching blue. If I hold down Alt, I can drag off a copy to the other side. And there you have it, phase 2. Have fun making it, and I'll see you next time.